All right, welcome back to another episode of our 1973 International 1210. Today we're trying to button up the last of all the mechanical frame stuff so I can get going back on the rest of this body. So what we got going on today is I finished up the last of the brakes themselves, getting everything set and in place, but they don't make this style front end brake hose anymore. This is actually for a Scout, which mounts differently to our frame here. As you can see, it's loose. On a Scout, this would actually clip into our frame here. On our International, this is the hose that came off of it. It's threaded on the inside, and this nut would actually hold that brake line. This truck was originally a drum brake front end. It was swapped over to a disc brake front end by the owner. So what I got to do is take this original bracket that would have held the lines for the original solid brakes and convert this. So this is the one I took off. I'm going to slice it here and then cut a big groove in it to fit in right there. And if you look, this thing is the exact size of that guy right there. This is what we got. It ain't the prettiest thing. I still got to grind it down a little bit and finish it off. But if we come over and I put a little bend in it, come over here, and this guy will just slide right down into that. And then right align with that hole right there. Now, when I tighten that bolt down, it's going to want to push this in further and hold that in better. You see there's still a little bend in there, so once I tighten that down all the way right here, it's going to suck that in and hold it there so it can't wiggle. So, clean this up, make it a little prettier, put some black paint on it, do the other side. And just like that, they're in there. We got a little space where it collapsed on top of it. There's passenger side. Here's the driver's side. Again, there's a little gap in behind there, and that's what holds these from springing back and forth. I'm going to take these little clips off of here so they don't rattle around. I just restored the gas pedal. There's the one I did, and there's an old one right there. You can tell up close how much different them things are now. So finally got around to the driver's side door, working on getting it to shut. If you remember a while ago, it kept hitting on that little button right there. The door is as far forward as it could go, so I had to egg out the holes on this 3/8 inch thick door hinge. You see how far it had to go forward just by the old paint marks right there from where it was hitting. But I do have a thing about doors. They have to shut like they're brand new cars. So, and if we sight it down, we are good all the way. There we go. Now it matches the passenger side. Move on to something else.